Good morning, everyone, and welcome to SportingNewsCT.com. We're in the top of inning number 1, and a little ground ball by Alex Rosso down to the second baseman. Shore makes the play, 4-3 on the putout, and we're through 1/2 inning of play. Do apologize getting on a little late here. Had some technical difficulties trying to get our stream to connect. We battled that for a good 15 minutes, but we're finally on, and it's nice to be with you all. It's Trumbull and Greenwich battling here in a loser's bracket affair. This is the South Super Regional Tournament, and the winner, they remain in the tournament, play again tomorrow, and the loser of their season, American Legion season, will come to a close. A recap the top of 1 for you. Dustin Guerra, he singled to start the ball game. Andrew Loico, he moved him along to the bag at second with a sacrifice bunt. And then Vin DeRubius hit a fly ball to center, and you saw Alex Rosso just ground out 4-3. So we're through a half. You got Greenwich coming up to the plate. Nice to be with you all on this beautiful day. Sunday right here in Middletown, Connecticut. We'll be with you a little bit later on for our 4 o'clock game of winner's bracket matchup. Looking forward to that, too. All right, we'll take one quick break, make sure everything's going A-OK. We'll be right back.
The American Legion, we're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
All right, right back here at Parliament Field in Middletown. Of course, we had 2 games yesterday. Trumbull lost to Stamford, and I should say Greenwich lost to Stamford, and Trumbull took it on the chin versus Cheshire. That would be our 4 o'clock matchup, Stamford and Cheshire. Looking forward to that. It should be a lot of fun. Going through his warm-ups right now out on the mound is Danny Keckler for Trumbull, as Greenwich will come to the plate wearing their white uniforms. Sharp-looking uniform, a little trim of red. Trumbull in the black jersey tops, quite obvious to see. Bringing you our GoPro view here today and throughout the next couple of days. Anthony Ferraro coming up to the plate here for Greenwich, trying to give his squad a good start. They were stymied yesterday by Adam Stone. They didn't pick up their first hit until the 6th inning, and that was a 2-run home run by Eric Minnie. Final score of the game, 5-2, Stamford going on to the win. Pitch in there for the strike from Keckler. Rosso behind the plate. DeRubius is your first baseman defensively. Seguera, he's at the bag at second, and he'll catch the soft line drive off the bat of Ferraro. And you have 1 down. That brings up Eric Minnie, the hitting star yesterday for Greenwich, with that 2-run home run to right field. There was no doubt about it when it left the bat. Jack Lynch is playing shortstop today for Trumbull. Andrew Loico, who pitched yesterday and took the loss, is at third. Dan Salini, the left fielder. Tony Sochi, the center fielder. And Dan Wachalski, who made a terrific defensive play yesterday at right, gets a start for Trumbull defensively. Minnie, with the sun shining brightly, hits a spinning liner right to Lynch. Hit it on the nose, but Lynch able to get it, and quickly 2 down. It brings up Kevin Woodring, the catcher. So Woodring, hitting third in the lineup, will dig on into that right-hander's batter's box here in the bottom of inning number 1. Colin Kelly in the on-deck circle. He'll play shortstop today. Connor Langan, the third baseman. Tristan Sarcone, who's pitching, did a nice job in the top of 1. He's batting 6th. The 7-hitter is Aaron Shore, the second baseman. Mark Sanu, who came in and pitched in relief, will play first base batting 8th. And Ryan King in center field batting 9th for Greenwich today. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out. The base is empty here in the bottom of inning number 1. Keckler's pitch is over for the strike, and the count goes level at 2-2. Steve Riley with a call of baseball for us from Bristol today. You can check out his GoPro production. There's a ground ball rolled up the middle by Woodring, and he's got himself a base hit. So Woodring is on Greenwich trying to get something going here with 2 out. Woodring has played 3 years of American Legion baseball for the Cannons. He's an all-state football player, so certainly has had himself a nice career. Ball dribbled off at the plate. Colin Kelly, the shortstop. Woodring at the bag at first. Rubius trying to hold him tight to the bag. Outfield just about straight away for Trumbull. 2 teams that compete out of Zone 4. Greenwich the zone champs. Trumbull finished second, Stanford third. 1 ball, 1 strike, couple out. Keckler's pitch. That just missed. The count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. Or did he call that a strike? Keckler. Pitch missed outside. And the count is 3-1. Not much wind at all here at Parma Field today. 400 feet to straightaway center field to get it out of here. There's a ground ball hit to the first baseman. Rubius, nice diving play, the touch of the bag, and Colin Kelly robbed of a base hit, perhaps, and a nice play by Vin DeRubius. We are through 1 complete, and it is scoreless. We'll be back with more American Legion baseball. That's coming your way in just a moment. Stay with us.
Not only have I learned a lot of speaking skills,
meeting these 50 other incredibly talented people,
but most of all, I think you learn a lot about yourself.
You're able to grow in so many ways.
Learning about public speaking.
You also gain a tremendous amount of friendships.
It's a nice bonus.
That's definitely a plus, I'm not going to lie.
Is definitely something that is on my mind.
It's such a great document.
It guarantees me so many liberties and freedoms.
It's looking out for me.
The significance that I place on voting.
The 8th Amendment, which deals with cruel and unusual punishment.
My comparison of the Constitution to a lens.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
All right, welcome right back as we continue with our coverage of American Legion baseball. Said that a lot over the last couple of days, haven't we?
Center fielder number 27, Tony Sochi.
Tony Sochi to step on in. That's the voice of Jim Bransfield in the background, a public address announcer, longtime PA announcer here at beautiful Parma Field in Middletown. Sochi, Lynch, and Rachalski, the scheduled hitters against Tristan Sarcone. Lefty out on the mound. Into the windup. And the pitch to the plate. Big swing and a miss by Sochi. Sochi yesterday was 0 for 2 in that loss to Cheshire. Swings and bats it high up in the air and fouled it off right field side. Very comfortable temperatures today. A lot cooler than yesterday. Ferraro and left King and center Minnie, the right fielder defensively for Greenwich. Sarcone, a lefty on the hill, into the windup, and the pitch to the plate, tad high. Kevin Woodring behind the plate marks anew. He's manning first. At second is Aaron Shore. Colin Kelly to shortstop, and Connor Langan at the bag at third. So she's trying to pick up his first hit of the Super Regional tournament. Sarcone's pitch low and inside. So the count goes full at 3-2. And his ball 4, so he loses Sochi. Sarkone's now going to have to contend with a leadoff base runner. And it brings up Jack Lynch. Sarcone played at the Brunswick School this past season. Be a co-captain next year. Looks like he's going to go Ivy League, heading to Dartmouth to play some baseball. Beautiful Hanover, New Hampshire. Love that area. Been up there many times. So Lynch, a shortstop. Let's see what they do. Sochi, pretty good lead away from the bag at first. Going up against the lefty, Sarcone's got to be cautious, however. Here comes the 1-0, and that's going to be fouled straight back. We have a level count now at 1-1. Jack Lynch was 0 for 2 yesterday. Batted third in the lineup for Trumbull. They've moved him down in the lineup here today to the 6th spot. Ground ball. First baseman Sanu will win the race of the bag, so they'll move the runner along. Sochi in the scoring position. Lynch retired on that little dribbler. 3 unassisted. So you have 1 down. Chalsky stepping up to the plate.
Batting 7th, right fielder, number 17, Jan Rachalski.
Rachalski 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts in that loss to Cheshire. He really struggled. Final score of that game yesterday was just 1-0. Lone run scored in the 3rd inning. Eli Battipaglia scored. He singled to start off the 3rd. A wild pitch put him in the scoring position. The RBI off the bat of Ryan Strollo. That was it. 1-0 game and a well-played game between the two. Trumbull trying to find some offense here today. Chalsky just fouled that off. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner in scoring position. You can get all the pitching you want, but you got to produce some runs if you want to win. That's the obvious statement. Sarcone, the lefty, checks a runner at second. There's a ball. Chopped in the foul territory on the first base side by Rachalski. Teixeira in the on-deck circle, number 8 hitter, a designated hitter today for Trumbull. I think Trumbull only had, 2 hits yesterday in that loss. Cheshire's pitching's been outstanding over the last week and a half or so. I don't think they've given up an earned run in their last 3 games. A swing and a miss, and Rachalski is back to the dugout, and you have 2 down. That is the first strikeout for Sarcone today.
Jake Teixeira.
Teixeira is now stepping on in, the designated hitter. Hits in that 8th spot for Trumbull. Yesterday he batted 9th, went 0 for 2, was called out on strikes, popped up in the foul territory, and again he rolls one foul, first base side. Count is 0-1. Here in the top of the 2nd inning, Trumbull and Greenwich. Sarcone checks that runner at second, so she with a sizable lead. Breaking ball in for the strike, and the count now 0-2. Cellini in the on-deck circle. 0-2 pitch. Ground ball. Squirts down to short. Onto the bag at first to Sanu for the out. Teixeira is retired 4-3, and that's going to do it. In the inning for Trumbull, no runs. They had a hit, and they leave a runner on. All right, we'll be back with more right after this on SportingNewsCT.com. We got a scoreless game.
Not only have I learned a lot of speaking skills,
Meeting these 50 other incredibly talented people,
But most of all, I think you learn a lot about yourself.
you're able to grow in so many ways.
Learning about public speaking.
you also gain a tremendous amount of friendships.
It's a nice bonus.
That's definitely a plus, I'm not going to lie.
Is definitely something that is on my mind.
It's such a great document.
It guarantees me so many liberties and freedoms.
It's looking out for me.
The significance that I place on voting.
The Eighth Amendment, which deals with cruel and unusual punishment.
My comparison of the Constitution to a lens.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
All right, Connor Langen stepping into the batter's box for this Greenwich team here in the bottom of inning number 2. Langen, the third baseman. Yesterday, he got the start versus Stanford, suffered the loss, pitched pretty well, gave up 4 runs, walked a couple, had 7 strikeouts, total of 8 hits. Ball popped up. Catcher with the mask off, and Rosso makes the catch, and Langen becomes a relatively easy out. Langen yesterday went 0 for 3, so he continues to try to find his way around the plate offensively. And brings up the pitcher, Tristan Sarcone, for Greenwich. They struggled to get hits until late in the game yesterday. Of course, their big hit was the 2-run home run by Eric Minnie, as Adam Stone was just sensational against him. So Sarcone, young man who's heading to Dartmouth, digging on in to that right-handed batter's box, left-handed pitcher, right-handed hitter. Keckler's pitch. Count 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases clear. Nobody on the bases. And the 1-1. Sequoia is going to handle that easily, and Sarcone thrown out, 4-3. 2 down, Aaron Shore the plate. So the winner of this game will play again tomorrow at 6:30 versus the loser of the back end of our twin bill today. Will it be Cheshire or Stamford that will play again on Monday? There's a ball that's hit down to the shortstop. Easy hop for Lynch. Strong throw across the diamond. That's an easy inning for Keckler there. 1, 2, 3 they go. We'll be back with the top of 3. Trumbull and Greenwich. Scoreless. I got to change that score. That should be a 0 there. There we go. So there's your score, folks. We'll be right back.
Not only have I learned a lot of speaking skills,
Meeting these 50 other incredibly talented people,
But most of all, I think you learn a lot about yourself.
you're able to grow in so many ways.
Learning about public speaking.
you also gain a tremendous amount of friendships.
It's a nice bonus.
That's definitely a plus, I'm not going to lie.
Is definitely something that is on my mind.
It's such a great document.
It guarantees me so many liberties and freedoms.
It's looking out for me.
The significance that I place on voting.
The Eighth Amendment, which deals with cruel and unusual punishment.
My comparison of the Constitution to a lens.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
All right, welcome right back as we continue with our coverage of American Legion baseball here in 2017. The Connecticut State champ and the runner-up, which will be decided next weekend, both heading to the Northeast Regional Tournament. And that will be held at Holy Cross in Worcester. Beautiful location. So I do encourage you to go on out. There's a lot to do in the beautiful city of Worcester. Danny Cellini is going to lead it off here for Trumbull. Zarcone, the lefty, and the pitch is up high. Cellini yesterday walked, laid down a sacrifice bunt. A pitch over for the strike. He's batting ninth in the order. You got the top of the order waiting on deck. Segura on deck, and then Loico to follow. Each team with a hit. Zarcone's pitch, that's going to be punch foul. Out of town, Avon off to a good start this morning into the afternoon. Actually, this game started at 1 o'clock. I feel like it's morning time. Didn't get enough sleep last night, I guess. Still morning time in Montana? That's who I'm talking to, the folks out there. Here comes the 1-2 inside. Avon leading Waterford by the score of 4-1. South Windsor and West Hartford will play later today at 4 p.m. And Bristol will have that for you. Pitch up and in, and there's a walk. So Cellini becomes the leadoff base runner. We got a theme going here now. For Trumbull, they've had a leadoff runner on base now in all 3 innings, but have not been able to push him past the bag at second to cross home. So Zarcone issues his second walk. And Segura, who's singled, has the game's only hit for Trumbull. He awaits. Second baseman really does a nice job out there. Defensively, and the pitch inside, it hit him. So the hit batter down to the bag at first. Cellini goes to second. That's the fourth base runner allowed by Zarcone today. And Loico coming up to the plate. Yesterday, Segura went 0 for 3. So Loico, who did have a base hit yesterday, is at the plate. They bring the first baseman, Sanu, in. He's charging. They're going to bunt it. And the ball dropped by Zarcone. He had a chance at the bag at third if he played it cleanly, but he'll get the runner at first. Boy, had a chance to maybe nail Cellini. So now you got runners at second and third on the sacrifice. 1-4. Shore covered the bag on the wheel. DeRubius stepping up to the plate now. He's 0 for 1 today. Trumbull needs a big hit. They got runners at second and third. They're in at the corners, and that's going to be fouled off at the plate. Vin yesterday went 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Outfield straight away for Arrow, King, and Minnie in the outfield for the Cannons. Now the infield in all the way around, and the pitch missed low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners at second and third. Best chance for Trumbull here today. Sarcone trying to get out of this jam. The 1-1 pitch. Nice block behind the plate by Woodring on a pitch down in the dirt. Boy, if DeRubius could just get it over the head of those infielders, you're going to see a couple of numbers go up on the board most likely for Trumbull. Sarcone working deliberately, and the pitch up high. Count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. Sarcone ready to deal it again. Woodring will set the target behind the plate. And the 3-1 pitch, he lost him. No, it's going to be a strike call. Kind of a delayed strike call by the umpire. Oh, boy. The Rubius was starting down to the bag at first, and instead we got a full count at 3-2. Sarcone. 3-2 pitch, ground ball, base hit down the left field line. 1 run will score easily. Cellini touches. Segura, he'll come on home. And in to the bag at second goes DeRubius with a 2-run double. I believe they'll award him a double on that. And Trumbull jumps on top 2-0.
Catcher number 24, Alex Rosso.
So Alex Rosso to the plate, grounded out his first time. Here's the pitch to the plate. Big swing and a miss by Alex Rosso. Trumbull has plated a couple of runs here. Rosso yesterday, he had one of the 2 hits put together by Trumbull. They got 2 already in this game against Greenwich. That pitch fouled off. As we mentioned, these 2 teams out of zone 4. Greenwich finished the season at 23-2. Trumbull at 22-4. Pitch fouled off. Sarcone trying to get out of this inning without any more damage done. He's ahead of the hitter here, 0-2. Rosso digging back in. Sochi in the on-deck circle for Trumbull. Sarcone ready to deal. Here comes the 0-2, and that pitch twists inside for the ball. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, Sarcone. Chop to the third baseman. Langen will field it. Got it across the diamond. And got the out. So they get Rosso 5-3. Tell you what, Sanu was very quick off that bag at first.
Center fielder number 27.
You have to be aware that he keeps that foot on the bag over there. Just my observation from a distance away. But Tony Sochi to the plate. Rubius able to take third on the play. So now you got 2 down. Sochi walked his first time. You talk about these 2 teams being out of zone 4. Now we're into late July, obviously. The last time they met was in June. Greenwich beat Trumbull by the score of 1-0. That was on the 17th of June. That was the weekend after the high school state baseball tournament. 3-0 pitch outside, that's ball 4. So she draws the walk. Now you got runners on the corners. Brings up Lynch.
Shortstop number 2, Jack Lynch.
So Jackie Lynch will step on in. There's going to be a conversation out in the mound, however, as Sarcone struggling a little bit here. He's walked 2 in the inning, 3 overall. He's hit a batter. He's given up a couple of hits. Now 2 runs here today, and Greenwich does not want this game to get too far away from him, obviously. Yeah, looking on the American Legion website, the only meeting between the two might have been that game, Trumbull and Greenwich playing on June 17th, from what I see. We go into the they did play again in July. There you go, July 8th. Greenwich beating Trumbull by the score of 3-0. And they got rained out late in the year on the final day of the regular season. So Greenwich had not allowed a run by Trumbull in 2 games during the regular season, yet Trumbull leads here today by the score of 2-0. So the conversation certainly was a positive one. Coach Abatey out to have a chat with Sarcone. Comes in with a fastball on the strike. Lynch, a left-handed hitter. Runners at first and third for Trumbull. And the pitch is down low. The count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. Uchalski in the on-deck circle. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. Tristan Sarcone's pitch, lined off the glove of Langen and in the left field, hustling the third base is Sochi, showing off some speed as he goes first to third on the error. That's going to be E5, allowing Lynch to reach, more importantly, Rubius to score. And you still have him on the corners. It's now 3-0 Trumbull.
Right fielder number 17.
I was hit right at Langen and off his glove and deflected into left field. How about Sochi going from first to third like a jackrabbit? That's a crooked number on the board now. That's 3 in this half inning for Trumbull and a 3-0 lead. Sarcone's pitch, and that's down a little low. This is a loser bracket game, so you got to win today. You want to continue to play. Sarcone checks a runner at first. He's got one at third, too. Pitch down low. Nice stop by Woodrick. Nobody warming up for Greenwich. Sarcone's on a lot of pitches this half inning. Uchalski is 0 for 1 today. He struck out back in the 2nd. He's the 8th batter to come to the plate in the inning. Runner's going to go first to second. Pitch outside. Woodring did not try to get him. Lynch with a stolen base in the scoring position here. Runners at second and third. Base hit. Might break this game wide open. Teixeira in the on-deck circle. Sarcone's lefty deal. 3-1. Popped up. Foul territory. And it's out of play. Langen gave it a chase. 3 runs on 2 hits and no errors for Trumbull. For Greenwich, no runs on 1 hit. They have committed an error. Overcast skies up above. Pitch to the plate. Again fouled off. High fastball by Sarcone. We'll check in on what's going on at Muzzy Field in Bristol. Do that in a little bit. There's a swing and a miss and a strikeout to Wachowski. So he strikes out for the 2nd time here. But the damage is certainly done. A couple of walks, a hit batter. some timely hitting, and error. All adds up to 3 runs for Trumbull. And into the bottom of the third we go. Trumbull 3 and Greenwich nothing.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before. And when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why.
All right, back here at Parmwood Field, Mark Sanu settling into that left-handed batter's box, the first baseman for Greenwich. Facing Keckler. Danny now working with a 3-run lead. Important to come out and put it forth a solid effort on the hill. Don't allow this Greenwich team to bounce back into this game. There's a ball hammered into the grass, down to the second baseman. Seguera got it across the diamond. And Sanu was retired 4-3 on the putout. Only a piece of the diamond. You have to go all the way across there. Second base, he got that easy throw. Ryan King, the center fielder, to step up to the plate for the first time. Sanu, by the way, yesterday was 0-for-3 with a strikeout. So Keckler gets the leadoff guy. He's not allowed a leadoff base runner as of yet. Swing and a miss. Kind of a late swing by King. Anthony Ferraro in the on-deck circle. King got on base twice as the number 9 guy for Greenwich yesterday. Had a base hit in the 7th. That pitch up and in. Also walked, scored a run. He was on base when Eric Minnie clouded that 2-run home run off of Adam Stone. Strike call over the outside corner. Count 1-2. Keckler looking confident. And the pitch is up high. Two pitch. Popped up. Lynch will take charge in the infield and make the catch on the grass. Ryan King retired.
Number 1, Anthony Ferraro.
So Ferraro to dig on in. Ferraro 0-for-1 hit a soft liner down to the second baseman. His first plate appearance. Pitch to Anthony, inside. No notes on Ferraro. Got some tidbits of information on some of the Greenwich players. We do appreciate that being passed along to us. Anthony Ferraro facing a 2-2 count here with 2 out, nobody on for Greenwich. They've only accumulated 1 hit here today. Off-speed pitch, fooled him. Slow curveball. Ferraro goes down swinging. That is the first strikeout for Danny Keckler, just what the doctor ordered for Trumbull. A strong 1-2-3 inning on the defensive side, and they have a 3-0 lead as we move on to the top of the fourth. Back with more here on SportingNewsCT.com in just a moment.
Not only have I learned a lot of speaking skills,
Meeting these 50 other incredibly talented people,
But most of all, I think you learn a lot about yourself.
you're able to grow in so many ways.
Learning about public speaking.
you also gain a tremendous amount of friendships.
It's a nice bonus.
That's definitely a plus, I'm not going to lie.
Is definitely something that is on my mind.
It's such a great document.
It guarantees me so many liberties and freedoms.
It's looking out for me.
The significance that I place on voting.
The 8th Amendment, which deals with cruel and unusual punishment.
My comparison of the Constitution to a lens.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
Jake Teixeira going after the first pitch. Ground ball to Colin Kelly, the shortstop for Greenwich, across the diamond. Teixeira retired on a pitch, one down here in the fourth. Brings up Danny Cellini. Cellini was the leadoff batter in that 3-run third inning for Trumbull. He walked to get it going. He eventually scored a run. DeRubius had the big hit in the inning, a 2-run double. And the 0-1 pitch, that's in there for the strike. We're going to have a name pronunciation change. That's coming from probably one of the family members of the next batter, Cicada. Seguera, we were calling him. It's Cicada. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss by Cellini. And he's back to the dugout. That is the third strikeout in the contest for Tristan Sarcone. Sarcone has only allowed a couple of hits. It was a costly error, allowed to run the score. Pitch up and in. Cat goes 1 ball and no strikes. So Cicada at the plate. Dustin been hit by a pitch and scored a run. Also singled to start the ball game. And the 2-0 lofted high in the air. Ryan King will circle underneath it and make the catch for the inning's final out. So that's going to do it as Trumbull goes quietly in the fourth. Back with the bottom half. Trumbull on top of Greenwich by the score of 3-0.
Not only have I learned a lot of speaking skills,
Meeting these 50 other incredibly talented people,
But most of all, I think you learn a lot about yourself.
you're able to grow in so many ways.
Learning about public speaking.
you also gain a tremendous amount of friendships.
It's a nice bonus.
That's definitely a plus, I'm not going to lie.
Is definitely something that is on my mind.
It's such a great document.
It guarantees me so many liberties and freedoms.
It's looking out for me.
The significance that I place on voting.
The 8th Amendment, which deals with cruel and unusual punishment.
My comparison of the Constitution to a lens.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org.
We're back with Eric Minnie at the plate. Soft liner to the shortstop, his first plate appearance. So Eric 0 for 1. Had that 2-run homer yesterday as part of his highlight reel. Count quickly goes 2 balls and no strikes. Woodring and Kelly to follow here at the bottom of the 4th inning. Keckler got him 1-2-3 in the 3rd. He has just 1 strikeout. He's been clean thus far. Really starting to find some rhythm. Ground ball. Lynch will field it. Got the throw across the diamond in time, and they have 1 out. So Minnie retired 6-3. Brings up Kevin Woodring.
Catcher number 25, Kevin Woodring.
So Woodring stepping on up to the plate. Had a base hit back in the 1st. Matter of fact, the only hit for Greenwich in the ball game. He's been their only base runner. Pops the pitch up. Catcher over, mask off, but it's into the stands. Rosso found it, but there was no chance to get that one, obviously. Cellini in left, Sochi in center, Rachalski to right, fielded defensively. Cicada at second base. That pitch hit high in the air. Right fielder over. It's routine, and it's caught. Rachalski puts it away easily, and Woodring is retired. You have 2 down here in the 4th inning. Brings up Colin Kelly. Kelly grounded out to the first baseman, his first plate appearance. DeRubius made a nice play. Diving towards the first base bag to perhaps rob him of the base hit. Maybe extra base. .1-0. Hit on the air to the left. Cellini will find it and make the catch out there. Long ways away for the inning's final out. And Keckler continues to do a terrific job for Trumbull. We'll be back with the top of the 5th. 3-0 Trumbull with the lead over Greenwich in this losers bracket matchup.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before, and when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
That's Trumbull in the field. I should say coming to the plate, and Greenwich in the field. Not awake yet, I have to admit that. 3-0 Trumbull. He scored 3 in the third. I got to turn my roster sheet over. That was a problem. Loico will lead things off. That's Andrew Loico. DeRubius and then Rosso to follow. That's 2, 3, and 4 in the batting order for this Trumbull team.
Andrew Loico.
Loico to step on in, lay down a sacrifice bunt a couple of times here in the ball game. Sacrifice bunt back in the third, put 2 runners in scoring position, and the next guy up, DeRubius, delivered a 2-run base hit and a hit batter. The second time Sarcone has hit a batter here today.
First baseman, number 8, Vin DeRubius.
Sarcone has really struggled to keep that lead hitter off the bases. He was only successful in the fourth when he got Teixeira to ground out. Pitch in there for the strike to DeRubius, the hitting start today with that 2-run double. Sarcone's offering. Tried to turn that curveball, stayed up high. Rosso in the on-deck circle. Nice to have you with us on SportingNewsCT.com again today. Back tomorrow at 6:30. Looks like there's some bullpen activity for Trumbull. Runner goes, a pitch behind the ear to the left fielder. Ferraro on in. Ball might have been windblown just a tad. He makes the catch. Well, he go back to the bag at first. So DeRubius on a fly ball out. Is back to the dugout. It brings up Alec Rosso. So Rosso, who's 0 for 2, stepping on up. Done a nice job behind the plate for this Trumbull team. Sarcone again will check the runner at first. They sent him last time on that fly ball out. Loico on at first. Got hit by pitch to get on. Trumbull with 3 runs on just 2 hits. Only had a couple of hits yesterday. Greenwich with just 1 hit in the ball game. That was way back on the first inning, I think. Sarcone, the 2-0. Count goes 2-1 on a swinging strike. 400 feet to straightaway center field. 327 down the line and left. About 323 or so down the line and right. Time requested by the batter. Granted. Runner goes. Swing miss. Throw on down. And a stolen base for Loico. Got a nice jump on him there. Woodring's throw. Looked like it might have time to get there. So now Rosso has a runner in scoring position. Trumbull delivered with 3 in the third when they put runners in good spots. That pitch low and away. Count now full 3-2. Sarcone has walked 3s, hit 2. That's 5 free passes. It's been a costly error. Full count pitch fouled off. Minnie, King, and Ferraro in the outfield. Sanu, Shore, Kelly, Langen. Around the infield, Woodring behind the plate. Sarcone, he's the guy on the mound. 3-2 pitch, again spoiled up. Rosso putting together a pretty good at bat here. Another lazy fly ball, right fielder. Minnie will make the catch. Throw into the infield. Kelly, the shortstop, knocked it down. So Rosso with a fly ball out.
Number 27.
2 down. Sochi stepping up to the plate. He has walked twice today. So Tony to dig on in. Sarcone working deliberately on the mound. That pitch missed inside. The count goes 2 balls and no strikes. Got a runner at second in the top of the 5th. Trumbull with a 3-0 lead. And the 2-0. Hit high in the air to the left fielder. Ferraro moving around. Will camp underneath it and make the catch. So 3 fly ball outs in the inning. So in the top of the 5th, Trumbull goes quietly. Have the hit batter. They strand him at the bag at second. Back with the bottom of 5. Trumbull holds on. 3-0 over Greenwich.
Not only have I learned a lot of speaking skills,
Meeting these 50 other incredibly talented people.
But most of all, I think you learn a lot about yourself.
You're able to grow in so many ways.
Learning about public speaking.
you also gain a tremendous amount of friendships.
It's a nice bonus.
That's definitely a plus, I'm not going to lie.
Is definitely something that is on my mind.
It's such a great document.
It guarantees me so many liberties and freedoms.
It's looking out for me.
The significance that I place on voting.
The 8th Amendment, which deals with cruel and unusual punishment.
My comparison of the Constitution to a lens.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
All right, welcome right back. Connor Langen stepping up to the plate. Will swing at the first offering. Charge, third baseman. Nice play by Boyko to get it across the diamond, and Langen is retired. 1 down, 5-3. And Keckler's on quite a roll right now. He's retired the last 11 batters he has faced after giving up that single in the first inning to Kevin Woodring. So the pitcher, Tristan Sarcone to the plate, will swing at the first pitch and foul it off. Keckler looking very comfortable right now. He's into the windup in the 0-1. That's sprayed foul. As we mentioned, Sarcone heading to Dartmouth, plays for the Brunswick School. He needs his offense to wake up here a little bit. They only have 1 hit and they're down by 3 runs in this losers bracket matchup. We're here in the bottom of the 5th inning, 7-inning ball game. Pitch a little high, and the count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Keckler hasn't been overpowering in the sense he has big strikeout numbers. He has just 1 strikeout in the ball game. Hasn't walked a batter. 2-2 pitch, and that's hit to the center fielder. Sochi on in will make the catch, and you have 2 down. Ball not going to carry today in this air. Not much wind to speak of.
Number 9, Aaron Scher.
Aaron Scher to the plate. Grounded out 6-3 his first time. So Aaron stepping on in. Co-captain Greenwich High School in 2017. Going to the University of Chicago, as we mentioned yesterday. Pitch in there for the strike. Keckler looking for another 1-2-3 inning. Well, Trumbull, one of the reasons why they lost to Cheshire yesterday, their inability to hit the baseball. They only have 2 today, but they do have 3 runs. A big swing and a miss. And Greenwich, really, they were stymied by Adam Stone. Didn't have a hit until the 6th inning. It was Minnie's 2-run home run that put the numbers up on the board, and I think they ended up with like 4 hits in the game. I mean, that you need more offense than that. There's a swing and a miss by Aaron Scher, and that's a second strikeout for Keckler. And his numbers continue to just overwhelm. 13 in a row retired now. We're back with a top of 6 in a moment.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion was there, taking care of things I couldn't, and they asked nothing in return. I guess it's because they know what I'm going through. They've been here before. And when I looked into it, I discovered that there was a way for me to continue to serve my fellow veterans and my community through the American Legion. That's why I joined.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
All right, welcome right back. I think only 3 zone champions remain in the Connecticut American Legion baseball tournament. And a couple of them in jeopardy of exiting pretty soon here. One of them being Greenwich, the Zone 4 champs. They're in the field now, here in the top of the 6th. Leading things off is Lynch, and that's a nice play by Eric Minnie. Got on his horse and made a catch on the ball and was dipping quickly. Had to go down to that slide, and Lynch robbed of a base hit. So Eric Minnie does a nice job out there. That's the catch of the day. Wachowski to the plate. He has struggled against Sarcone. He is 0 for 2. He has struck out twice. If you're just tuning in, Trumbull scored all their runs in the 3rd, all 3 of them. They have the lead. 3 runs on 2 hits. They only had 1 hit in that 3-run 3rd inning. The 2-run double by DeRubius. Walks and errors and a hit batter really hurt Greenwich. Count 2 balls and 1 strike. And the 2-1. Missed outside. The count goes 3 balls and 1 strike. Out of town, Avon continues to lead Waterford by the score of 4-1. Avon, a zone champ. One of the three remaining. Ground ball. Second baseman Shore on the first for the out. Michalski retired 4-3. 2 down here in the top of the 6th inning.
The designated hitter, number 5, Jake Teixeira.
So Teixeira now stepping on in. He's 0 for 2. Grounded out twice. That pitch up high. That's ball 1. Greenwich starting to run out of outs here in this game. It's a 7-inning game. We're here in the top of the 6th. They got to figure out a way to get at Mr. Keckler, who's only allowed 1 hit here today. They're warming up. Some pitchers down in the Greenwich bullpen, down the third base side. Trumbull makes their home on the first base side. That's ball 4. Teixeira, he's on for the first time today. Brings up Danny Cellini. Cellini walked in the third and scored a run.
Dan Cellini.
So Cellini, he'll swing for the left side. He struck out back in the 4th. Sarcone with a total of 3 strikeouts. He's hit 2 batters, and he's now walked 4. Those are unofficial numbers, of course. And the pitch, a little high. One-0. Over for the strike, and the count goes level at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ferraro, the left fielder, playing just about straight away. King, the center fielder, not playing all that deep. And the 1-1 to Cellini, check swing, foul ball towards the third base dugout. Boy, that was dangerous. That was moving quickly. Somebody pops out of the Greenwich dugout and lets them all know everybody's okay in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and Sarcone. The pitch. Missed low and away, and the count goes 2-2. Foul straight back. They just mentioned Sarcone has thrown 102 pitches today. Here in the 6th inning. Threw a lot of pitches in the 3rd when he was touched up for the 3 runs. And the count goes full at 3-2. Looks like Brett Collins warming up for Greenwich. Sarcone's pitch, low and away. Runner was going with 2 out and the count 3-2. Teixeira to second base. That's 2 consecutive walks. That's the 5th of the ball game by Sarcone. Brings up the top of the order. And there's going to be a visit paid to the mound, and this might be all for Tristan Sarcone. Well, got bounced around in the 3rd, gave up 3 runs, but other than that, despite walking 5 and hitting 2, he did a pretty good job keeping his team in things here. 2 of the runs earned, 1 unearned. He's still responsible for the base runners. We'll take a break with the pitching change upcoming. More coming your way in just a moment.
Not only have I learned a lot of speaking skills,
Meeting these 50 other incredibly talented people.
But most of all, I think you learn a lot about yourself.
You're able to grow in so many ways.
Learning about public speaking.
You also gain a tremendous amount of friendships.
It's a nice bonus.
That's definitely a plus, I'm not going to lie.
Is definitely something that is on my mind.
It's such a great document.
It guarantees me so many liberties and freedoms.
It's looking out for me.
The significance that I place on voting.
The 8th Amendment, which deals with cruel and unusual punishment.
My comparison of the Constitution to a lens.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
Welcome right back as we continue on. Having a couple of different pronunciations for Dustin Cicada or Seguera. Coaches call him Seguera, apparently something else, and he's got himself a base hit. Just call him a good hitter in the right situation. He's got himself an RBI base hit, and Trumbull's lead is now at 4-1. So Brett Collins on his first pitch is hit into the outfield for a base hit. And Trumbull now leads at 4-0. That run will be charged to Sarko. So an RBI. That share is scoring. The run is at first and third now, with 2 down. Loiko to the plate, hit by a pitch his last plate appearance. Has not had an official at bat here today. He sacrificed once, twice. That nearly got him on the sleeve. DeRubius in the on-deck circle. Trumbull leading Greenwich 4-0. During the regular season, Greenwich shut out Trumbull in 2 regular season wins. That ball looped in the left center field for a base hit, and the Trumbull bats begin to wake up here, and they have another run posted on the board. Loiko with an RBI base hit. Seguera goes all the way to third. Solini scores easily. So the 2 runners who have scored both charged to Sarcone, and it's 5-0 Trumbull.
Number 8, DeRubius.
So DeRubius stepping up, had a 2-run double back in the 3rd inning. So the numbers beginning to come in bunches for Trumbull. And the 1-0 inside. Collins played out at Greenwich High School this past year as a Bulldog on the mound, going to NCC. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Looking ahead for Greenwich. They got the bottom of the order scheduled. 8, 9, and then 1 in the 6th inning. And they need 5 to stay in this tournament, perhaps. Runner goes first to second. Pitch in there for the strike. Stolen base for Loiko in the scoring position. Now DeRubius trying to come up with another big hit. 2-2. Pokes it high near the foul play. Sanu over, and he couldn't get to it. May have hit that wire there and come on down. No. Two pitch. That ball hit up the middle for a base hit. 1 run will score. A second coming, and the ball is cut off by Sanu in the infield. 4 RBIs today for DeRubius, and that's 3 consecutive hits since Collins come into the ball game. Segura, Oiko both score easily.
Catcher number 24, Alex.
It's now 7-0 Trumbull. Alex Rosso to the plate. The winner of this game will play tomorrow at 6:30. Got another game coming your way at 4 o'clock. Cheshire and Stamford. That's going to be a great game. That ball off the glove of Collins. Charged by Shore. Throw to the bag at first. Not in time. That's going to go as a base hit. So now you got runners at first and second, and that is 4 consecutive hits now for this Trumbull team. 7 runs on 6 hits, and that's going to be all for Collins. As Sochi will come to the plate, he'll be the 9th batter to come to the plate in the ball game. So we'll make as they make the pitching change, we'll take just a quick break. We'll be back with more in a moment.
Not only have I learned a lot of speaking skills,
Meeting these 50 other incredibly talented people,
But most of all, I think you learn a lot about yourself.
you're able to grow in so many ways.
Learning about public speaking.
you also gain a tremendous amount of friendships.
It's a nice bonus.
That's definitely a plus, I'm not going to lie.
Is definitely something that is on my mind.
It's such a great document.
It guarantees me so many liberties and freedoms.
It's looking out for me.
The significance that I place on voting.
The 8th Amendment, which deals with cruel and unusual punishment.
My comparison of the Constitution to a lens.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
All right, welcome right back. 4-run, 6th inning has broken this game wide open. And Greenwich has gone to the bullpen again. Their 3rd pitcher being utilized here in the game. Sarcone started on the hook to take the loss. Collins couldn't get an out, gave up 4 consecutive hits. Now Beninati is going to try to put his team back on the right side of the ledger here, so to speak, and get him out of this half inning.
Center fielder number 27.
2 runners on base. Sochi to the plate. 9th batter to come to the plate in the inning for this Trumbull team. Couple of walks, 4 consecutive hits, and there's 4 runs in the inning for the 7-0 advantage. And a natty. His pitch is hit in the left field for a base hit. They're going to send a runner, and the throw will come to the infield. So now it's 8-0. Trumbull on top. The 10th batter to come to the plate is Jack Lynch. Hit a fly ball out his first time. So Sochi with an RBI base hit here. And Lynch on up. A lot of this damage coming with 2 outs. 5-run inning. And the pitch missed outside. So now 8 runs on 7 hits for Trumbull. Coaching staff's got to be pleased that their bats are waking up here a little bit. Beninati pitch low and away. Greenwich could be another zone champ to leave the tournament. We'd be down to, 2, and Avon in jeopardy, although they were winning at last account. It's going to be popped up by Lynch. Kelly will make the catch, and that will end the inning. A big inning. 5 runs put up on the board for Trumbull, and they take an 8-0 lead to the bottom of inning number 6.
Not only have I learned a lot of speaking skills,
Meeting these 50 other incredibly talented people,
But most of all, I think you learn a lot about yourself.
you're able to grow in so many ways.
Learning about public speaking.
you also gain a tremendous amount of friendships.
It's a nice bonus.
That's definitely a plus, I'm not going to lie.
Is definitely something that is on my mind.
It's such a great document.
It guarantees me so many liberties and freedoms.
It's looking out for me.
The significance that I place on voting.
The 8th Amendment, which deals with cruel and unusual punishment.
My comparison of the Constitution to a lens.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
All right, welcome right back as we move on to the bottom of inning number 6. Trumbull with an 8-0 lead over Greenwich. As Greenwich will come up here to the plate.
First baseman number 2, Mark Sanu.
So Sanu, you might think about the offense today. Trumbull's offense has been, obviously very timely with 5 in the 6th, coming up with some key 2-out base hits. They have 3 back on the 3rd for their total of 8 on 7 hits, 8 runs on 7 hits. But the true story is Keckler. He hasn't given up a hit since the first inning. He's retired 13 in a row. This is Mark Sanu at the plate. Sanu attending Avon Old Farms next year as a post-grad. Playing first base today, can also pitch. We saw him yesterday. That pitch missed outside the count, now level at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Sanu. Ryan King expected up next. He is in the on-deck circle. Just confirmed that. Keckler, the pitch, fouled off. No changes at all for Trumbull, just sailing along. That ball flared foul. Kind of a late swing by Sanu. Beninati, who's been placed in this game for Greenwich, out there in relief. Pitched for the Brunswick School last year. Going to go to the University of Chicago. Sanu a tough at bat here. Count full 3-2. Keckler's pitch. Ground ball hit down to Lynch. Fielded on the first. And he got the out. Sanu retired 6-3. That's 14 in a row retired now by Danny Keckler.
Fielder, number 15, Ryan King.
So Ryan King to the plate. Bottom of 6th, 8-0 Trumbull. That pitch over for the strike call. Anthony Ferraro in the on-deck circle. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Keckler continues the deal effectively. Another ground ball. Lynch makes a nice play, throws on the run, and you have 2 down with another ground ball out. Keckler continues to work brilliantly on the mound. Anthony Ferraro to the plate. Ferraro today 0 for 2. Only hit by Kevin Woodring. That was back in the first. Greenwich struggled yesterday to hit the baseball. Didn't get a hit off Adam Stone until the 6th inning. Today they only have 1. That hit was a home run. They pitch outside. Two out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That ball poked foul down the left field line. Eric Minnie in the on-deck circle. Ferraro heading to St. Lawrence next year. Pretty good pitcher, too, from what I understand. 7-0 record in Legion play. Going to graduate from Greenwich High School this season. Well, in 2000. He just graduated from Greenwich. 2017. Ball hit in flight. And on over goes Tony Soshi to make the catch. And Ferraro is retired. All right, 1, 2, 3. What else is new? Back with the top of 7. All Trumbull. 8-0.
I never realized how much the American Legion did in our community until I was overseas and my family needed help. The Legion